How you doing, Mr. DJ on the Sock Hop channel 1955 through 1963. Let me adjust this camera just a little bit so I can center myself a little bit. Excuse me. All right, Mr. DJ, how you doing? Getting to the end of 2017, it is the 29th of December 29th, 2017. A little bit sleepy this morning for some reason. 2017, and want to go to Billboard's Hot 100 last week of 1963. And the date of this Billboard's Hot 100, I believe it's December 28th, 1963. December 28th. And this is kind of special because this Billboard is squeezed in between two, well, major, I can't come up with the word right now, but just life-changing events, I guess. You got the assassination of President Kennedy a month before. Country is still in a state of shock. And you got the British invasion on the horizon. As a matter of fact, the #1 song in England that week, I believe, was either I Want to Hold Your Hand or She Loves You by the Beatles or something like that. They had a #1 hit in England. And Glad All Over by the Dave Clark 5, also a top 10 hit in England in late 1963. All this will be crossing over here in the States in just a matter of weeks, late 1963. But let's go to it right now. Billboard's Hot 100 top 5 hits. I'll give it to you right now. You Don't Have to Be a Baby to Cry by the Caravels at number 5. Since I Fell for You by Lenny Welch at number 4. Off the Cadence record label. Andy Williams and the Everly Brothers was on that record label. And also Louie Louie by the Kingsmen at number 3. There I've Said It Again by Bobby Fenton at number 2. And Dominique by the Singing Nuns at number 1. And who would have guessed that the British invasion would be coming? Well, let's go to the song at number 39 on Billboard's Hot 100, moving up a little bit, edging up from 62, well, jumping from 62 to 45, and then edging up to 43 to 39. Soulful record from the Deejay record label. Need to Belong by Jerry Butler, the Iceman, Jerry Butler from Sunflower, Mississippi. And the year 2000, Sunflower had a population of about 696 people. Very small town, small place. But he grew up in Chicago, started singing in gospel church choir with Curtis Mayfield when he was in high school, when he was a teenager. He sang in a gospel group called Northern Jubilee Gospel Singers. Curtis Mayfield was in that group as well. A lot of these, particularly the R&B artists who got real big in the 60s, 50s and 60s, started out gospel. Sam Cooke, Aretha Franklin. So it is with Jerry Butler. Jerry Butler, the original lead singer of The Impressions. He co-wrote the song For Your Precious Love. Or Your Precious Love, rather. And he wanted to put it out as a single. So he and the rest of the group, The Impressions, they shopped around for a record label. They auditioned for Chess Records and they auditioned for Deejay. They signed with Deejay record label. As a solo artist, Jerry Butler, he was on a roll. 1960, He Will Break Your Heart. Nice record. Back in 1960. And then there was Make It Easy on Yourself. God, that was a beautiful record. One of his best. Used to play that on oldie stations years ago and just get into that record. 1962, Hal David and Burt Bacharach record. Later covered by the Walker Brothers in 1965, but Jerry Butler really killed this one. I read an interesting history about that record. I'll probably get into it when I get around to talking about that record. But he listened to a demo of that song by Dionne Warwick, and he just flipped over it. He loved the voice. He loved the arrangement. He wanted to do it. But that's another story. Hey, Western Union Man. Now, that's later on in the 60s, 1968. And that was co-written with Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff. And 1968. And this record, Need to Belong, peaked at number 31 on Billboard's Hot 100. That's it. Got that gritty soul, though. Classic Jerry Butler on Billboard's Hot 100, December 28th, 1963. At number 39, Need to Belong. Jerry Butler.